Call to order the City of Forest Park Council meeting number 1348, December 16th, 2019. Let us stand for the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would the clerk please call the roll?
Brown.
Here.
Kirby.
Here.
Holt.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Moore.
Here.
Nuss.
Here.
Sylvester.
Here.
Let the record show that all council members are present. We will move to the next item, the minutes. You all would have received copies of the minutes. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing or seeing none, move to item number 3, which would be a presentation, December business of the month. Mr. Paul Byrne.
Mayor, members of council, good evening. Our December business of the month is a recent addition to our business community. You might recall that in 2017, Hutcheson Homecare Products moved into a vacant 43,000 square foot building in our Kemper Meadow Business Center. HHP provides pharmaceuticals, medical packaging, and other medical supplies to intermediate and long-term care facilities. The company was established in 2007 to fill a gap in that industry, the business-to-business pharmacy services market, catering to the needs of medical care facilities that are not served by large regional or national institutional pharmacies. This is a business-to-business operation. Their employees bring the personal services, though, of a neighborhood pharmacy to meet the special needs of nursing care facilities and group homes throughout the region. HHP invested $250,000 to move its growing business-to-business pharmacy into the facility with a promise to create 20 full-time jobs at this location and a little over $1 million in annual payroll. I'm happy to report that the company has far exceeded those job and payroll expectations, creating 29 full-time and 11 part-time positions as a result of the project, with an annual payroll in excess of $1.3 million. Just last week, company officials informed us that they have acquired another operation that offers similar services, and they are in the process of moving these employees to the Forest Park facility as well. They estimate that another 20 jobs will be created as a result of this latest acquisition. This is an example of our unique and effective approach to business recruitment. We look for first or second stage companies that are increasing market share in industries that are growing. The opportunity for growth with these companies is great, and we work closely with them to accommodate their needs by providing a business-friendly environment, connecting them with our regional partners to address any capital, workforce, or marketing needs they might have. Indeed, many of our recent expansion projects, CPG, Faxon, Magna, Fry Fastening, Cincinnati Testing Labs, and EQM, are examples of this effective strategy. The Economic Development Commission and the City of Forest Park are happy to recognize yet another success story, Hutcheson Homecare Pharmacy, with our December 2019 Business of the Month Award. I don't believe anyone is here from the company this evening. Dominic Bartone and Jason Smith, I have spoken with both of them. I don't believe they were going to be able to join us, so Mayor, I'll make sure that they do receive this award. Thank you.
We'll move to item number 4, public. This is the time for citizens to comment on matters before council, to ask questions of concern to them. Recognize, come forward to the podium, your name and address, and then state your comments or questions. Council meetings are tape recorded for ease of transcriptions. Comments are limited to 5 minutes. Is there anyone from the public who would like to council? Please sign in and then your name and address and tell us who you are.
Yes, hello there. My name is Earl Webb Jr. and I reside at 1380 Calmar Drive. And it's a dead-end street that dead ends into the school. And we're having a problem over here. We got 4 people and one of them's handicapped that live in our house. And what happens, because they're building the school, I understand the process about the parking, but we live on the dead-end street. People are constantly parked right there at the end of the dead-end street, and they use it not properly. And what happens, we had to park 3 blocks down the road, and we can't park in front of our own houses. And so we're concerned about it. They're parking in our parking spots, and we can't park there, and we got handicapped people and everything. So I called, left messages with Mr. Jones and Rebecca and several people, and nobody's ever returned my call except for the chief of police. And I just want to request if we can get a residential parking sign for those 2 spots at the end of the road, because it's dangerous. They're pulling in out of our driveway. They don't use the circle. They actually park there a lot of times, and they sit there, and radios are constantly blasting, picking up the kids, and the kids are at the end of the street, coming out of the school walk right where our house is. And we're just concerned about it. It's becoming a nuisance. It's sort of dangerous. And so I had to come here to this council meeting to ask if you guys would, you folks, kind folks, would put up just a residential parking to them 2 spots. We'd really be thankful. That's my concern. Thank you very much.
Could you give me that, tell me what street that was again?
I'm sorry, what'd you say, sir?
The name of the street again?
1380 Calmar, right, it dead ends into the school.
Yeah, on the date that you had contacted, the last time you contacted the city, you contacted our clerk. She gave me that information. Since that time, I've been by there several times. There are already 2, right in front of your house, there's a sign that says no parking.
Yes.
And across the street, there's another sign that says no parking from here inward.
In the circle.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I know that the city manager had sent our public works people out there as well to look, and the police chief to look at that. I don't know that there's much else that we can do in terms of putting up additional signs. Now, if there's a situation where, if you're saying that the people are pulling into your drive,
Yes, sir.
turn around, then you would have to take the affirmative action of placing a no trespassing sign there. The city can't, we can't mark your property as no trespassing.
Correct. I understand that, sir.
And if that happens and you have a sign there and people are violating that, then John, I believe that would be action that you would take. But as far as the city restricting people from parking in areas where they can lawfully park, we can't do that. Now, if you're saying that people are parking in areas where there are posted no parking signs, then you need to provide that information on those individual people to the police department.
Yes, sir. I realize what you're saying, but what I'm asking you is something different. What I'm asking is to put a residential parking sign there only at those 2 spots, because there's an older gentleman that also lives there and a handicapped person. And there's 4 people that live in the house. We can't all park in the driveway, because if we impede the sidewalk, that also breaks the law. So we're having a real issue over here. It's not the no parking. It's more just a residential parking for the older folks across the street and the 4 people that live in our house. Just right there in that area where usually it's vacant. But, you know, I know the school issue is going on. I understand that. But it's becoming a real nuisance, and it's hurting us, you know, to the point where I had to come here and ask, you know, if you would consider the residential parking sign at that dead-end street.
Well, there's no parking allowed in that dead-end street.
I mean, right there across from our house, there's on one side you can't park at all.
Yeah.
But right across the streets where we always use it, right there in front of our driveway, and that's where we need the spots, where we have to park 3 blocks away.
Okay, so what you're saying is you want us to take down the sign that says no parking from there into the dead end so that you can park there?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't ask you that. What I asked you, sir, to be clear, forgive me if I wasn't clear.
Right.
Right across the street, there's 2 parking spots between our neighbor's driveway and the no parking where you can park. That's where we always park, and it's taken because of the school situation, and we can't park there. We have to park because of the school parking. We have to park 3 blocks away, and some of us can't walk that far. I mean, I can, but the other 3 people cannot.
When you say school parking, and
Yes,
I
sir.
don't want to belabor this, you're talking about the intermediate school.
The what?
The intermediate school, right?
The high school.
The high school, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
You're talking about the high school.
Yes, sir.
But I don't know that they don't park there.
They do.
If they're parking there, then they're parking in violation of the sign.
No, there's no parking sign right there. Between the driveway and the no parking sign are 2 spots we always park at, and they've taken those spots in every other spot 3 blocks away. And we can't park, and we have to walk 3 blocks away, sometimes 4 blocks away.
Well, I would have to, I'm going to have to refer this to the city manager and to the law director, because I don't, if they're not parked illegally,
They're
and
not.
at this point, I don't see that they are, I'm not aware that there is a such thing as, or how we would enforce a residential parking to say that you gotta be the resident. How would we know?
They have them in just about every city, sir.
Well, that's why I said I would refer this to, I'm gonna refer this to our attorney and the city manager, and let's see if we can't get back to the gentleman after very shortly after the break. Okay?
Okay,
We'll review it and we'll get back, somebody will get back to you shortly after the break.
okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Is there anyone else from the public who would like to, is there anyone else from the public who would like to address the council?
Hi, I'm Monique Mason-Halter, 154 Junefield, Green Hills. I've been here before, speaking about my concerns about small cells and 5G, in particular the fiber line for 5G that has been installed down Sharon Road across the street from my neighborhood. The small cells have not been attached yet. I'm here tonight to let you know what you can do as a local government about small cell and 5G installation. The following information can be found at the Natural Resources Defense Council website, or nrdc.org. In August 2019, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia struck down the FCC's elimination of review under NEPA and the National Historic Preservation Act. No one appealed the decision to the U.S. Supreme Court. As a result, companies must comply with the environmental review requirements that existed prior to the FCC's order attempting to eliminate them. As a result, companies wishing to construct new small cell wireless facilities must complete an environmental assessment or certify that the proposed facility is categorically excluded from review. Construction cannot proceed without such documentation. As a local government, you can condition approval for new 5G cell construction upon compliance with state and federal requirements for environmental review. While a local government cannot add new requirements for environmental review, it can require proof that the necessary federal review has been done. Given the mounting evidence that the FCC's radio frequency limits are inadequate, such federal review should include an evaluation of the adequacy of these limits. NEPA requires an analysis of environmental impacts of major federal actions. Such actions include various types of federal approvals, including various things, including wireless infrastructure. If the impacts may be significant, the agency must prepare an environmental impact statement. If an agency is unsure whether the impacts may be significant, it can prepare a shorter environmental assessment. Based on the environmental assessment, the agency will either move forward to prepare an EIS or instead prepare a finding of no significant impact, FONSI. The only way to avoid an EA or an EIS is if the action qualifies for a categorical exclusion. While some new cell construction may qualify for a categorical exclusion, CE, the FCC has identified circumstances where a CE does not apply. For more information on the difference between an EIS and an EA, as well as the information on the use and limits of categorical exclusions, see the Citizen's Guide to the National Environmental Policy Act, prepared by the White House Council on Environmental Equality. Anyone wishing to construct a facility that uses an FCC license must submit an environmental assessment to the FCC or certification that the facility is categorically excluded. 47 CFR 1.1307. An environmental assessment is required if the proposed construction, one, will be in wilderness area or wildlife preserve, generally on federal land, might affect threatened and endangered species or their habitat, Endangered Species Act, might affect properties included or eligible for inclusion in the National Register of Historic Places or Indian religious and cultural sites, will be in a floodplain, will involve significant changes in surface features during construction, will be taller than 450 feet and so might affect migratory birds, involves high-intensity lighting in a residential area, or would cause radio frequency emission exposure in excess of FCC established limits. A company seeking to build a wireless facility that falls into any of the above categories must obtain a finding of no significant impact before building. Building without following the requirements at 47 CFR 1.1301-1.1319 can constitute a violation of FCC rules and subject the constructing party to potential enforcement action, the FCC said in its fact sheet on this topic. Even when these conditions do not apply, the public can request and the FCC can order environmental review. I hope you will consider all of these things, and I will send you this link as well, if I haven't already. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to address the council? Seeing no one, we will move to item number 5, reports of standing committees. The first of these reports will be the Human Resources Committee, Councilwoman Holt.
I do not have a human resource report tonight, but I would like to make all the residents aware that this coming Wednesday is December 18th. The holiday judging will take place at 7 p.m. And I would like to wish all of the residents a very, very happy and safe holiday season and a blessed new year. That would conclude my report.
Thank you. Next item on the next report, standing committee will be Public Improvement and Facilities, Councilman Sylvester.
Well, I have no formal report at this time, but we'd like to note that as a newly elected to the council, we would like to see if we're scheduling in the coming weeks with staff leadership here with the city to grasp areas of the infrastructure of the city that's been identified and improvements, and to gather that information to better follow up with areas of reports. So just wanted to make sure we know all of that.
Thank you. Back to Councilwoman Holt. Councilwoman Holt, I have no items listed for you on the agenda for our work session January 6th. That's the first of the year. Did you have any to add?
No, I think you already have
Okay.
it on.
Okay. Next, Mr. Sylvester, I don't have any items listed for you. Did you have any to add?
No, sir.
Next committee report is Public Safety Committee, Councilwoman Nuss.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. No formal report, although something has become made clear. We had some violence that occurred at our cruise in. I've gotten some requests and some concerns of the public about what can be done about that. And so I do want to say that there is a drafted letter that is going to be looking into some of the goings-ons there, and whether or not we have an ability to review whatever their security measures may be in hopes to keep our residents safe, of course. Outside of that, on December 4th, there was a holiday luncheon that Pastor Kambamba had at Forest Chapel. It was a spaghetti dinner. It was very nice in celebration of the We Thrive recognition that she had for the community service. Myself and Officer Rebecca Evers and Principal Don Jones from Winton Woods Primary North were there, and I'm looking forward to additional supports for her community work and looking into furthering and enlarging our community spaces for our residents. Also, there was the the SAT course was held at the Forest Park Fire Department. So again, a very big thank you to our fire department for lending the Winwoods Achievement Boosters that space so that they can give our students a free opportunity to increase their academic achievement so they can gain more scholarships for college. So we appreciate that. And also would like to announce that the emails have been coming in. I do appreciate those with our minority business and economic inclusion initiative that's forming. We've got a few partners on board that we will announce in January as we move forward for event planning, strategies, and committees. You can continue to send those emails. We've gotten 3 so far in the past week. And I'm really excited to work with some of these entrepreneurs from our great city to formulate some really great strategies for how we can incorporate you into the fabric and be part of the vibrancy we have here. You can send that to cnus@forestpark.org. And also on the second Sunday of January, which would be January 12th at 4 p.m., Forest Park's Park Place is kind enough to host us. We'll have a Chat with Chelsea session that will be moving forward every second Sunday of the month so that we can better get a grasp of what your concerns are, bring them back, and so that we can incorporate those into our decisions. That's all that I have. Wishing you all a very happy and merry holiday and very blessed New Year.
Any questions for Councilwoman Nuss? Councilwoman Nuss, I have no items listed on the agenda for you for the work session. Do you have any to add?
I do not, sir.
Next committee is Ways and Means. Councilwoman Herbie.
Yes, the council members in the departmental reports had a lengthy presentation by Economic Development Director Paul Brim about some of the initiatives taking place in the economic development area, dealing with strategic planning, dealing with vacant and underperforming property redevelopment, business retention and outreach, the leveraging of outside funds and city-owned properties. But I wanted to mention particularly that Ready Cincinnati presented awards to 5 companies, including Magna Machine, for its development of the North Point Shopping Center. And they were in recognition of significant contributions to the economic health of our region. And I wanted to point that out. That's been a really groundbreaking activity over there on Northland. And it has received a number of recognitions and awards throughout the county. And I also want to wish everyone very happy holidays. This is a holiday time for many people, and the best of wishes, and be safe. Thank you.
Councilwoman Herbie, any questions? Any questions for Councilwoman Herbie? Hearing none, Councilwoman Herbie, I have one item on the agenda for you, and that's copiers and managed printers. Do you have anything to add? Next committee report is Community Development Committee. Councilwoman Moore.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to recognize the We Thrive Forest Park team. We Thrive Forest Park is a health initiative to create a healthier community. It is a group of volunteers, staff, and local business owners. The group was recognized for 5 years of service to the community on December the 3rd during the reception hosted by Hamilton County Public Health. We Thrive Forest Park Pathway is chronic disease pathway. The goal is to make a healthy choice, the easy choice through implementation of policy, systems, and environmental change strategies to support improved nutrition, increase activity, decrease exposure to secondhand tobacco smoke, and decrease burdens of chronic conditions. We Thrive Forest Park has been working very hard to develop community partnerships. The Woodenwood School District was recognized for 1 year of service as a We Thrive School District. Zadana Cares Daycare, a child care business in Forest Park owned by Zadana Turnbull Williams, was recognized for 1 year of service as a We Thrive child care provider. And congratulations to Dr. Kabama, lead pastor at Forest Chapel, for receiving the We Thrive Service Community Award Awards as our faith-based partner. Also, we want to recognize Hamilton County Public Health for 100 years of service to communities, including their support and partnership with the City of Forest Park. And so we just want to congratulate the Thrive team for all their hard work and dedication in making our community a healthier place to live, work, and play. That completes my report.
Questions for Councilwoman Moore? Councilwoman Moore, I have no items on the agenda. Do you have any to add?
No, I do not.
Next committee report is Law Committee. Councilman Brown.
I have no committee reports at this time and no line items, but I do want to wish everyone wonderful holidays and a happy new year.
Thank you. There are no items on the agenda for you. There's one item on the agenda for you, and that's the benevolent expenses resolution that will be on the agenda on the 6th for the work session. The next report is Intergovernmental Relations and Communication. That's my committee. I have no report. I would answer any questions if there are any. Hearing none, we will move to item number 6, the mayor's report. I have no report per se. I would join in with the rest of the council in wishing everybody a happy holiday season, whatever those holidays may or may not be, whether it's Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas, and all of the ones that I did not mention. So I hope everybody is safe, and we will be, at the end of this meeting, we will be recessing, and we will not return until our work session on January 6th of 2020. And it's going to take some time before I get used to saying 2020. That would end my report. I'll answer any questions if there are any. Seeing no one, we move to item number 7, the city manager's report. Mr. Jones.
The departmental reports were provided and are available for review. They were, Sally has them all, and they are available for anyone who needs to read them or would like to review them. Again, I want to wish everyone a happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, and I'm going to remind folks again with the snow and the ice, we're probably going to get some more. This was a really small event, but we want to make sure that go to our website and take a look at snow and ice procedures. Make sure you get your cars off the street so our plow guys can get down your street if possible. And other than that, I want to again reiterate Reverend Kabamba and her award, her We Thrive award, was for the entire county, and she was very honored to get it, and I couldn't think of a better person, so I want to congratulate her on that. Other than that, I'm available for any questions.
Any questions for city manager? Hearing none, we'll move to item number 8, other reports. First of those being Law Director, Mr. Wyckoff.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'll report on the fact that for an IT contract here in the city, we were able to successfully negotiate some of the terms to take liability burden off the city if something goes sideways. But other than that, I have nothing else to report tonight at this particular time.
Questions for Law Director? Hearing none, thank you, sir. Next report on the others is Clerk of Council, Ms. Boyd.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to report that resolution numbers 44-2019 and 45-2019 were posted as required. And that concludes my report.
Any questions for Clerk of Council? Hearing none, thank you. We will now move to item number 9, unfinished business and general orders. Is there a motion, Councilwoman Herbie?
Yes, I would move to suspend the rules requiring the reading in full on 2 separate days and read for the second time by title only ordinances number 29-2019 and 30-2019.
Second.
Been moved and second that we suspend the rules requiring the reading in full on 2 separate days and read for the second time by title only. Ordinances number 29 and 30, 2019. Is there a discussion?
Just that they were posted as required.
Any
And they
further?
were also read the first time 2 weeks ago.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on the motion to suspend?
Brown,
Yes.
Herbie,
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss.
Yes.
Sylvester.
Yes.
Motion to suspend passes 7-0. First item under new business is item A, ordinance number 29-2019. Will the clerk please read that ordinance by title only?
Ordinance number 29-2019. An ordinance to adopt a plan of operation and governance for natural gas governmental aggregation and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion? Councilwoman Hope.
I move for adoption of ordinance number 29-2019.
Second?
Been moved and second that we adopt ordinance 29-2019. Is there any discussion?
Yes, the City of Forest Park, City Council seeks to establish a governmental aggregation program with an opt-out provision pursuant to the Section 4929.26 Ohio Revised Code. For the residents, businesses, and other natural gas customers in the City of Forest Park as permitted by law. Council has developed a natural gas aggregation program plan of operations and governance. Council intends to file for certification as a governmental aggregator, which requires that the council first adopt its plan of operation and governance. The council has determined this ordinance is in the best interest of the city's residents and promotes the general welfare of said citizen. With that, I urge adoption of ordinance number 29-2019.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on ordinance 29-2019?
Herbie,
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Ordinance 29-2019 passes 7-0. Next item under unfinished business is item B, ordinance number 30-2019. Would the clerk please read that ordinance by title only?
Ordinance number 30-2019. An ordinance to adopt a plan of operation and governance for electric governmental aggregation and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion? Councilwoman Moore.
Yes. I move to adopt ordinance number 30-2019.
Second.
Moved and second that we adopt ordinance 30-2019. Is there a discussion? Councilwoman Moore.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. The City of Forest Park Council seeks to establish a governmental aggregation program with the opt-out provisions according to Section 4928.20 Ohio Revised Code for the residents, businesses, and electric customers in the City of Forest Park as permitted by law. The council has developed an electric aggregation program, plan of operation, and governance. Also, the council intends to file a certification as a governmental aggregator, which requires the council to first adopt its plan of operations and governance. The council has determined this ordinance is the best interest of the city's residents and promotes the general welfare and said citizen. I urge adoption of this ordinance 30-2019.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll?
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Herbie.
Yes.
Ordinance 30-2019 passes 7-0. Next item on the agenda is item 10, new business. Is there a motion, Councilwoman Herbie?
Yes, I would move to suspend the rules requiring the reading in full on 2 separate days and read for the first time by title only ordinances number 31-2019 through 34-2019.
Second.
Been moved and second that we suspend the rules requiring the reading in full and to read for the first time by title only ordinances 31 through 34, 2019. Is there any discussion?
Just that these were posted as required.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on the motion to suspend?
Johnson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss,
Yes.
Sylvester, Brown,
Yes.
Herbie,
Yes.
Holt.
Yes.
The motion to suspend passes 7-0. First item on the new business is item A, ordinance 31-2019. Will the clerk please read that ordinance by title only?
Ordinance number 31-2019, making appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures to the City of Forest Park, State of Ohio, year ending December 31st, 2020.
Is there a motion, Councilwoman Herbie?
Yes, I would move to adopt ordinance number 31-2019.
Second.
Been moved and second that we adopt ordinance 31-2019. Is there a discussion?
Couple things. First of all, I wanted to mention, for the sake of our new council members and also for the public, generally when ordinances involve finances, there's an exception to reading twice, and we read only once, and we'll vote on these tonight. This particular ordinance is our 2020 budget, and I don't want to go into a lengthy discussion on what's in the budget, but essentially this budget is structurally unbalanced. We will be expending more than we will be taking in, but this is a planned spend down of our cash reserves to cover primarily capital outlays that were delayed during the Great Recession, to which we reacted in 2008 and 29 and through the next few years. And this has been planned in this particular budget. So that is why this is structurally unbalanced. But I would urge adoption of this ordinance.
Any further discussion? It's a legally balanced budget.
Yeah, it's legally balanced,
Thank
but
you.
it's structurally unbalanced.
Any further discussion on the ordinance? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on 31-2019?
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss, Sylvester,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Herbie,
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes. Ordinance 31-2019 passes 7-0. Next item on the agenda, item B, ordinance 32-2019. Would the clerk please read this ordinance by title only?
Ordinance number 32-2019, amending annual 2019 appropriation ordinance 26-2019.
Is there a motion, Councilwoman Herbie?
I would move adoption of ordinance number 32-2019.
Second.
Been moved and second that we adopt ordinance 32-2019. Is there a discussion? Councilwoman Herbie?
Yes, this is our final appropriations ordinance for 2019. The appropriations ordinances generally will move monies around within funds, and one of the most significant changes is the health insurance section that allows the city to institute the high deductible health plan with an HSA account. And other are minor items of cleanup. Some of these items include the payment of longevity, carryovers of vacation, city manager's automobile allowance, deletion of college tuition savings, and addition of deferred compensation plans. But all of this is generally just moving money around within funds, and so I would urge adoption of this ordinance.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on 32-2019?
Nuss,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Herbie,
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Moore.
Yes.
Ordinance 32-2019 passes 7-0. Next item on the agenda is item C, ordinance number 33-2019. Would the clerk please read this ordinance by title only?
Ordinance number 33-2019, an ordinance establishing a miscellaneous fee schedule for the City of Forest Park.
Is there a motion? Councilwoman Herbie?
Yes, I would move adoption of ordinance number 33-2019.
Second.
Been moved and second that we adopt ordinance 33-2019. Is there discussion? Councilwoman Herbie?
Yes, this is a routine thing that we do every year. We have to review our fees that we charge and readopt everything. These have a couple changes. One is instituting an all-day rental rate for the senior center and offsetting that by deleting additional hourly to costs to the current maximum of 4 hours, and also changing the rate for the senior center funeral dinners, and I would urge adoption of this ordinance.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on 33-2019?
Sylvester,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Herbie,
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss.
Yes.
Ordinance 33-2019 passes 7-0. Next item on the agenda is item D, ordinance 34-2019. The clerk please read this ordinance by title only.
Ordinance number 34-2019. An ordinance amending Chapter 34, Employee Fringe Benefits of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Forest Park and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion, Councilwoman Holt?
I would like to urge adoption of ordinance number 34-2019.
Second?
Been moved and second that we adopt ordinance 34-2019. Is there discussion, Councilwoman Holt?
Yes, this is just a house cleaning item to update the fringe benefits section of our codified ordinance to our current and future practices.
Further discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on 34-2019?
Brown,
Yes.
Herbie,
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss,
Yes.
Sylvester.
Yes.
Ordinance 34-2019 passes 7-0. Next item on the agenda is a motion, Councilwoman Herbie.
Yes, I would move to suspend the rules requiring the reading in full and read resolutions number 46 and 47-2019 by title only.
Second.
It's been moved and second that we suspend the rules requiring the reading and full and read resolutions 46 and 47, 2019 by title only. Any discussion? Yes?
Yes, this is also routine. We have to, by a separate resolution, authorize the payment of salaries that are covered in the budget. And all of the employees, with the exception of police officers and police supervisors, will receive a 2% cost of living increase effective January 1st. Once the city finalizes the labor contracts with the police unions, there will also be updated salary ordinances that we'll have to do at that time. So I would urge adoption of this resolution.
Any further discussion? She did that before we did the vote.
Sorry,
This should be the vote on suspending the rules.
Suspending the rules.
you asked me for discussion.
Yeah, I asked you for a discussion, not for another motion. Okay. Would the clerk please call the roll on the motion to suspend?
Herbie,
Yes.
No.
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss, Sylvester,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
The motion to suspend passes 7-0. Now the resolution 46-2019.
All right.
Would the clerk please read that resolution by title only?
Resolution number 46-2019, amending the resolution setting rates of pay for civil and non-civil service employees.
Well, since we heard your explanation,
I
we
have to
don't need to
do the
hear it
motion on
again.
this one, though.
Is there a motion?
I would move adoption of resolution number 46-2019.
Been moved and second that we adopt resolution 46-2019. Is there any discussion?
No.
Thanks. Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on resolution 46-2019?
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes?
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Herbie.
Yes.
Resolution 46-2019 passes 7-0. Move to item F, resolution number 47-2019. Would the clerk please read this resolution by title only?
Resolution number 47-2019, a resolution to place a lien against the residential property at 11426 Cary Lane, declared a public nuisance and demolished by the City of Forest Park to recover the total cost of city action to remediate the unsafe conditions.
Is there a motion? Councilwoman Moore.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to adopt resolution number 47-2019. Second.
Been moved and second that we adopt Resolution 47-2019. Is there any discussion? Councilwoman Moore.
Yes. This is a special assessment at 11426 Cary Lane. This relates directly to a house we had condemned and demolished using public funds. If the remaining lot is ever sold, the city is entitled to recovering its expenses and abating the nuisance by certification of the total cost of the county auditor for placement on the tax list. We are therefore recommending that we proceed with placing a lien against the subject property. I urge adoption.
Any further discussion? Call the roll.
Roll call vote.
Yeah, it's a roll call.
Johnson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Herbie,
Yes.
Holt.
Yes.
Resolution 47-2019 passes 7-0. Next item is item G.
Yes.
Motion, Mr. Brown.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to direct the clerk of council to notify the Ohio Department of Liquor Control that the city of Forest Park does not request a hearing regarding a liquor license request from Ray and Geraldine, Inc., doing business as Woodlands at 11440 Sebring Drive in Patio, Forest Park, Ohio, 45240, and also to DVRV Banquets, LLC, doing business as Crystal Room Banquet Hall at 11440 Sebring Drive in Patio, Forest Park, Ohio, 45240.
Second?
It's been moved and second that we adopt a motion requiring the liquor license request. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, let it be known by the sign of voting aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes 7-0 or unanimously. Next item on the agenda is item H, a motion. Councilwoman Herbie.
I would move to receive the general fund summary report as contained in the departmental reports.
Second.
Been moved and second to receive the general fund summary report as contained in the departmental report. Is there any discussion?
No, sir.
Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion to receive the general fund summary report, let it be known by the sign of voting aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes unanimously. Next item on the agenda is item I. There is no item I, however. Mr. Wyckoff, we do not have an item on the agenda for an executive session, but I would like to add that as an agenda item now, vote on adding it, then adjourn into executive session and returning afterwards, having done no business in the executive session, returning into the regular session before adjourning. Is that
So you do a motion to amend the agenda.
right? First,
That's your first motion.
I would like a motion to amend the agenda to add an item I for an executive session for the purposes of discussing personnel.
Second.
No, I can't make the
Well,
motion.
I would so move.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded that we add an agenda item I, which will be in an executive session for the purposes of personnel discussions. Any discussion on the motion? Would the clerk please call the roll on the motion to amend the agenda? by
Brown.
addition?
Brown,
Yes, I'm sorry.
Herbie,
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes?
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss,
Yes.
Sylvester.
Motion to amend the agenda by addition passes 7-0. At this time, I would need a motion to adjourn from the regular meeting into an executive session, returning after the end of the executive session where there will be no action taken. Councilwoman Herbie.
And to specify the executive session is for what? I'm just asking because of you're not making that motion.
For, I think, it's for discussing matters of personnel.
Yes, you did say it,
I said
but
it.
the motion to amend the agenda.
Right,
I
right.
want the record clear that you specified it for the actual action
Right.
itself.
Councilwoman Herbie.
I would move to adjourn to executive session to discuss personnel matters.
Second.
Been moved and second that we adjourn into executive session to discuss matters of personnel. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, the Clerk call the roll on the motion.
Herbie,
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
We will now adjourn into executive session, and as I stated earlier, I will restate, we do not take any votes or actions in the executive session. This is informational so that we can be informed of any of items regarding personnel. When that meeting is ended, we will come back here, and there will be a motion made to adjourn the executive session and reconvene in the regular session. We will do that, and then I will adjourn the meeting, the regular meeting. All those in favor of the motions, let it be known by the sign of voting aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Now we're back in the regular session. Is there any more other business to come before the body? Any further business to come before the body? Hearing none, we're adjourned.